Hi.
Hi.
It looks as good as it can look.
Wonderful.
So,
Hello.
if you guys are tuning in, this is session 1 of a campaign that was originally going to be set in the Forgotten Realms, so it was called Outlaws of the Realms. And then someone accidentally typed Outlaws of the Law. I think it was me. And it was like kind of a joke, and then we were like, or maybe it's not. So this is Outlaws of the Law, a campaign that is set in a homebrew setting, actually, that will be formed and created by the players as we play. We're not worried about it too much. Actually, the amount of not worried about it I am is wild. But we'll figure out the setting as we go. But what we do have is our characters. Before we get to our characters, we're going to do players and DM, and I'll start with an introduction by me. I am Tan. I am a professional DM and writer with mostly work in tabletop design. I have a Twitter and stuff you can look at, but beyond that, I have some adventure modules. I've released one coming out in a couple of weeks on the Roll20 Marketplace, so if you want to play a game I made, you can do that. But I will be DMing Outlaws of the Law, and then from top to bottom, we'll have Fred, Dom, and then QT. Fred, if you want to take it away.
Sure. Hi, I'm Fred Wood. I'm a game developer, and I have a bunch of projects. So, yep. Hey, here. I am here.
And professional voice actor, Fred Wood.
Yeah, I was gonna just leave it off.
Yeah, but I added it.
Fair enough. Hi, I'm professional voice actor Fred Wood.
Do you want to plug
You
your
can
games?
tell.
Plug your games.
I mean, Love 2, Cusot, and Polstario. Also work for Vlambeer and do stuff with that.
Their
games
all
are more
good
exciting.
games. Nah. Well, I don't know. They're all good
their games are definitely more exciting. But I love my games too.
Fair enough. That's you, Dom.
Alrighty, well, Tan already just said my name. So, my name is Dom. I am a professor of history to some extent, but I'm also a rogue scholar. I've written a book called The Brothel of Intellect, which is why college is a waste of your time. I also do paint streams, and I got my most recent model right here. It is Molly Mock from the Mighty Nine. So, if you might be interested in that, you just go over to twitch.tv/criticaldom, and I paint all kinds of things.
Oh, yeah. And then we have QT.
Hi, I'm QT. I'm a prop maker and dice maker, actually. If you go to castedvault.com or use castedvault for any username on Twitter or Instagram, you can find my work there. And if you need to buy nice, pretty, custom-made click-clack dice, please look me up.
Yeah. I'm going to try and real quick mod someone in the chat, which is not something I've done before, but I think I can do it. I know how to... I can block you, Brian, but I don't know how to mod you. So, oh, there it is. I found it. Okay.
It's just /mod.
/mod. There it is.
Yeah.
Now Brian can abuse their power in this chat. Good.
That's not surprising.
And everything sounds good to everyone?
Yeah.
I've not heard any complaints, so I think we're good to start with this campaign. Actually, no. Let's introduce our characters first. I'm going to be playing every character that they're not playing. Fred?
I am Dirtrahn. Dirtrahn is me.
Actually, as you say that, I'm going to have these little fire emblem things took up for everyone. But Dirtrahn, Roland, Sand. Okay.
Dirtrahn is a Goliath of the sea.
Boom. Look at
Look at that. Protection.
Click away if you don't want to see that. But there's that. Okay, and then Dom, your character.
Okay, first off, Brian, spell corruption right. Come on. I'm reading the chat. Oh my god, dude, just get on it.
Can't believe you got modded.
The Caprician begins.
Anyway, my character is Roland Ferro. He is a paladin of Idol, who is a god of law in all respects. He's tall, tan, has shoulder-length blonde hair, a very clean-cut Nice face, green eyes, and bushy brown eyebrows.
He's hot. Okay. And then QT.
Hi, my character's name is San. He is a half-orc bard of however many seas is in this campaign because I don't know where this location's at.
Pick a number, and then that's the number we're rolling with. And I'm writing.
We're gonna stick with the 7 of the 7 seas.
World building notes. There are 7 seas.
All right.
He's only been to
just
those 7
canonized
seas.
the entire world. Good job.
My pleasure.
Yeah. So I guess let's go ahead and get this thing kicked off.
I finally have fixed my avatar, so I'm happy.
Our campaign
just the
begins.
default.
I mean, I like it. Our campaign begins off of an area called the Coast of Ghosts. In particular, a small island known as Eramor. Eramor is an island that has been through a lot. An island that has been through wars that it did not want to be involved in. An island that has been through all sorts of calamity. That has survived the upheaval of gods, and mankind alike. But despite all of this, this island of Eramor has kept its independence because it is an island of strong people, shipwrights, workers, creating some of the most powerful naval fleets to ever sail the now canon and existing 7 seas. And that is what has allowed this island to exist, is their unification. And despite that, there are cracks in that unification, and some of them being pirates. Eramor is an island, though important to the Coast of Ghosts, it is equally feared because it is known for being a den of outlaws, people that would flee the law, go here to this independent island, where governmental restrictions are not quite what they would be in the perhaps imperial allianced cities all along this coast. And that's what makes Eramor as important as it is. The 3 of you do not know each other. Dirtrahn, Roland, and San. You come from different places, different backgrounds. But you all come here at the behest of one person, the Pirate Queen, as she has dubbed herself, Rasham. Rasham was a mighty trader and an even more mighty pirate. She was the scourge of this coast. And this was her home. This was her base of operation. Was because she's passed away and left a crewless ship. But by one way or another, you were summoned here from a letter. From a letter with a signed W at the very bottom to this island. You were mentioned by name in Rasham's will. And for whatever reason, you've gathered here. Now, our campaign currently begins outside a magistrate's office on this island. In this kind of bustling village, we start. Moving around on the streets are all kinds of people from all walks of life, different races, humans, halflings, elves, as well as a few many that you don't know, various accents and voices, strong smell of all kinds of trade items, spices, various like cooking foods and meats, the distant smell of gunpowder and fish. It seems to just permeate this island. You all stand outside this magistrate office as there's a few other people in line that appear to be kind of rowdy folk. Not to say pirates per se, but they could be. And as the three of you stand there a bit awkwardly, kind of waiting outside the magistrate's office with your little, probably envelopes in hand that have summoned you here, I guess go ahead and give a brief descriptor of your character. And whenever I do this, we'll start from Fred, Dom, QT in the live order. Like, your character's demeanor, perhaps, what they look like, how they feel about this situation.
Dirtrahn is a very tall, very strong-looking man, is bald and has a stony-colored skin. He's a Goliath, and he stands there holding the tiny envelope in his very strong, powerful hands. Stands there proudly, as he often does, very stoically, and maybe just a little impatiently.
All right. As with most things that I have to deal with on this interesting island, Roland is leaning up against the wall, his arms crossed, and he is keeping an eye out on these folks who might get rowdy and I have to put them down. Having gone outside into this region that I'm trying to find some ways to improve, he has brought all of his equipment, so he's got a rather nice maul on his back, a shield, a boot dagger, and also a short sword on his right thigh. Clad in chainmail, he's just watching, and occasionally, without noticing it, he's kind of rubbing his left chest where he has hidden the letter.
For San, he's a green half orc. He is currently just standing around begrudgingly, honestly. He feels somewhat inconvenienced. He has all of his equipment with him as well, which has a lute and a rapier that he has at his hip. But right now he's just looking very out of place and not wanting to be there. He's just kind of like fiddling with his fingers, waiting for something else to happen.
All right. So the three of you are standing, perhaps a bit distanced. You hear the door kind of bust open. As you see storming out is a man. This kind of one-eyed, almost upset looking man. He appears to be in the middle of some sort of argument. There's a few fair people behind him that appear to be tailing him out, and you hear him like kind of conversing. He's like, "Are you kidding me? After everything, that's what I get? That's what she leaves me?" No. He kind of looks down at the three of you and he says, "You're wasting your time. Mind games. Just a waste of time. Lads," he looks behind the people behind him, he says, "We're doing things my way. We're doing things the way I said. Come on." And he kind of moves past all of you.
Do I recognize him at all?
No, you actually don't, curiously enough.
Was he born with one eye? Did he lose an eye?
So, these are the
Just the eye
questions.
patches.
The eye, so I will say, like, he's missing a good portion of hair up here, too. That appears to have just been lost. Like, perhaps there was a scar. Then the eye is kind of this gaping socket. Like, he could have covered it up, but
gross.
he wants you to see.
Dirtrahn is not intimidated by a person who is lacking the kind of eyes that most people would have.
Right.
Which is to say the number. Dirtrahn actually thinks less of him because he is literally less of a man than someone who has two eyes.
Oh. And you see as this man... and
Just quantifiably, not actually a judgment call. Just quantifiably less of a person.
Dirtrahn's just
There's
like,
less there.
that's one less eye that can watch me as I attack. Like...
Yeah.
Okay. as this one-eyed, angrily looking slighted man moves past the three of you, you see standing holding documents in the doorway is a little halfling with spectacles, curly hair that you can see they've tried to push back, but it's kind of fallen back out again. A vest and a blazer kind of over the vest that's like buttoned like too tight over their little rotund belly to the point where like the buttons are strained. And he's like, oh my, he looks at the three of you and he says, sorry, your names, please.
I'm
Roland Ferro.
Dirtrahn.
My apologies. I should have let you speak first.
And Roland, and you, sir.
San.
San. It's been a long day. Do you mind if I see the three of you at once, please?
Sure.
I have no qualms.
Anything to expedite this nonsense. And the little halfling just kind of turns around and wobbles inward. He says, please, come inside.
I'll get out the paper.
As you move into the interior of this room, you can see the magistrate's office has like steps that go up perhaps to other faculties and buildings. There's a few guards and people looming about. But this little halfling man leads you into another room. As you step inward, you see that there is a desk in here. And on the other side is a very nice kind of like little leather couch, a couple chairs, and the papers piled high, a small decanter of some sort of beverage that's there with some glasses set aside it. And he says, please help yourself to a drink if it's not too early for you. And he moves around to the other side and plops in this little high chair.
It is never too early for Dirtrahn. Dirtrahn has a drink. Kind of a large one.
Yeah, you pour this kind of dark, almost like purple, thick, boozy port into a glass, which is you recognize it from being on the little halfling's breath, probably. And he gets to the other side, sits down, he says, my name is Wilbur, the unfortunate bearer of Miss Schaum's will and rights.
Wilbur the will bearer? Really?
He pauses for a moment.
Will bearer.
I've never thought of that, but he's writing it down. That is
That's his title.
that is good branding. Thank you, Dirtrahn. And I suppose I'll start with you. Looking for a moment to the large Goliath man who once I crossed swords with. I will be reading this well, I will be cutting out certain expletives that I deem unnecessary.
I mean, we crossed swords in a way.
He kind of looks and
I
says,
poured myself a glass.
I see. Of all the people I did battle with aboard my ship, you were the least pathetic.
Oh, she's talking about actual battle. Never mind. My apologies, everyone. Please continue.
Well, listen, you don't know,
Or
possibly,
gosh,
or
golly.
Listen, like you can fight and
Sure, yes.
lovers to
I can still
enemies,
mean the daily
enemies to
parts.
lovers.
Oh, piss.
Oh, bits. That's your one swear, so sorry.
I thought you said we could use that one as much as we wanted to.
You know what? You're right.
We need to keep the DM to their word. Yes.
You're right. Fair.
We have infinite number of piss takes.
Fair game.
Let us deal with this pissant in his paper.
Wilbur clears that throat. Yes. Of all the fights, I found you in battle to be the most challenging. And to that, I leave you the treasure aboard my ship, Dirtrahn. It is yours
Cool.
in its
All right.
entirety.
Excellent. Wonderful. This sounds great. I can't see this possibly going wrong.
Well, you're taking things better than the last person to who she left their pickled eye.
I mean, treasure versus a gross eye that once was doesn't sound like... Yeah. No, I'm on board. Dirtrahn's ready.
Quite literally, soon you probably will be on board.
Excellent. Yes, absolutely. Got to go pick that up. Got to get that.
He turns to Roland. Next. Roland, you are a fool and an idiot tied to your piety. But I found you to be a friend. A friend that would throw theirself in front of blades coming my direction, which is the best kind of friend I could wish for. To you, I leave this. I died far too soon, and thus I deem your life debt is not done yet. You are to protect the treasure aboard my ship, which I leave to you.
Wait.
What?
Hold on.
I will pour a second glass and hand it over to our will bearer. I cannot make heads or tails of this woman, even from beyond the grave.
Yes, well, it seems
Dirtrahn is
you're
confused.
not alone in that.
The treasure was supposed to be Dirtrahn's. Is the ship supposed to be Roland's? Or the treasure is also Roland's to protect?
Yeah, curious. It says the treasure is for both of you. Perhaps an oversight.
Seems unlikely. She, crossed her T's and dotted her I's and all that.
Right.
She has a will. I mean...
Yes, in our business, this is known as a dick move. But, nonetheless.
Oh, piss.
Oh, piss. And then he turns to the last one left. Zahn, would you like me to read this in its entirety? It's a bit uncouth.
So is my mother, apparently.
Oh,
Please, go ahead.
you're her
This
son.
is...
I'm sorry.
Oh, he's fuming right now of the news of this.
Sorry to tell you to talk about crossing swords with your mother. I didn't realize. Son? Oh, sorry. Son.
God damn.
It's got a macron on top.
He then looks at Son and says, Son, you were not a very good pirate. Hopefully you're a better bard, but I doubt it. Still, you are my blood, and you deserve a chance. I suggest you put aside your silly lute playing, or whatever you do, and take up a legacy. One that no doubt you will not live to fulfill. But, perhaps in my shadow you can thrive. Do better. To you I leave my treasure. Aboard my ship.
Okay. Son, I've only just met you, but your mother seems exactly right. You seem like a terrible bard. Not a good pirate.
I am half the reason that treasure is even there.
Well, this is awkward.
And he's just like piously like
If you don't mind my asking, were all these properly notarized and put on deposit? It seems strange that there would be a series of testimonials without reference to each other.
Everything here is correct, and I will say you are the only three that were left her treasure. The,
Okay, cool.
angry man that came before, Aegon, I believe his name was.
I was actually about to ask his name. Wonderful.
He, seems... Yes, he seems quite, peeved that the treasure was
I mean,
not his.
he got his eye back. What's there to complain about?
You are correct. If you see him, perhaps remark upon that. It might improve his mood.
I guess we don't see eye to eye.
Right.
Dirtrahn enjoys jokes.
You were each given a copy of a deed to this ship, which seems not legal. And
I was gonna say,
gonna lay out 3
joint
respective
custody.
deeds. It's
Do
left
they-
at the docks to the south of town. There should be a shipmaster there to see that it is well protected.
Do we each get 1/3 of the ship then?
Ship?
What?
That's
This
a-
doesn't make any sense.
how does this work?
The legality of it is lost on myself as well.
Listen, I will take the ship. And it seems only right. I was told first, and I am the biggest and strongest here. If you would like to fight me for it, then go ahead. However, and this might sweeten the pot for you all, I could maybe use some hands on my brand new ship that is mine.
How about I make you?
How about no?
I'll
Don't
give
like
you a
that
better
offer.
deal.
Okay.
How about you pay me for the third of my ship? That is my share, and then maybe you can hire me after.
Okay.
How about
Counter offer, Bard boy. How about I will captain this ship, and we can say we all own it. That's fine, but we should go check out our ship, our ship, and pick up our share of the treasure. I'll tell you this. Treasure is not something I care as much about as having a ship and being able to sail the seas. All 7 of them.
I'm impressed you can count that high. Let me ask you one question.
How dare you?
You're talking about how, I'm going to be the captain. Can you tell me what a sextant is?
I sure can. It's used to measure angles.
Ooh, wonderful. Can you use it?
I mean,
Do you have one?
yeah. It's on my ship that I now have. It's over
So
there.
no.
Do you want to go check out my ship?
That is certainly where we'll end up going. However, 3 persons, not enough to crew a ship. So we will need to perhaps find some more folks to, I don't know, play with the ropes, whatever sailors do.
Do you not know what sailors do? Perhaps you are not the best to captain a ship.
Oh, I can tell people what to do just fine, but the little itty bitty parts,
All right. Fair enough.
Well, see that whatever happens, it is resolved outside of my office, please. I've had enough bloodshed in here today. At least I didn't have to present any of you with a pickled member of your body.
Somebody had a pickled member?
And I.
as I?
Oh. I see. I actually look around the room. Are there any bloodstains?
No, everything looks actually pretty pristine.
Huh. Suspicious.
The staff has
Wilbur,
been in.
is it fine if I take another drink for the road?
I'm already
Please.
pouring one out for myself. It's not even asking.
Please, sure. At this
Okay.
point, you are the last people to come today, and I'm glad to be rid of this.
I'm glad this was all painless. Dirtrahn picks up the entire bottle and starts to walk out the door.
Wilbur just kind of shrugs and he says, by law, I'm required to state if you have any legal questions, you may return, but I implore you, do not.
Okay.
No
What if I
plans
send a
to-
letter?
Sure.
He's so distraught.
And
All right.
And we walk out.
as you guys step back out onto the street, for a moment, you are kind of just... It's about a little bit afternoon. kind of outside the magistrate's office. People are still moving around. No sign of the one-eyed man you'd seen previously. Now I'm gonna pop this up. This town. I made a little thingy. Boom. That should go on your screen. If you are watching my screen on the Twitch, hey, there's spoilers, so just don't drop stuff in chat. And also, like, don't at me for the very little amount of notes I have.
That's a thing.
It's called being flexible.
It's called being flexible. Yeah, so you guys are now just kind of out on the street, midday turning into evening.
Sure. Dirtrahn takes a big ol' swig from the bottle, straight from the bottle, and turns to Son and Roland. And I feel as though perhaps I was a bit brass. I cared greatly for Rasham and am not ecstatic about her loss, or about my loss of her, and so perhaps I was a bit brusque with the two of you. Clearly, she thought of the two of you as important in different regards, based on kind of the language of Zahn's letter. We're clearly going to have to work together in some regard, or spill blood. I'd kind of prefer not to do that because you seem nice and important to somebody who was important to me. So, how about we try to figure things out amicably?
Okay, how about I do an insight check?
Oh.
Like,
Our first roll.
yes, got that 2 on the die.
I'm gonna say Dirtrahn is pretty. Are you pretty good at hiding your true intentions?
Dirtrahn is bad at hiding anything. Dirtrahn is an honest person.
How earnest was your statement?
Like, straight up, Dirtrahn, honest person, will often do terrible things, but will be honest about it.
Wonderful, because my total is a 6.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Like, I will tell you out of character, OOC, straight up, being honest. Dirtrahn is not manipulative. That's why he was like, I'm going to be the captain and I'm going to take this shit. Is because he was serious about that. And he was just going to do that. So
Sounds good.
Let's just get to the dock for now.
Well, I can appreciate your forthrightness, Dirtrahn. I hope we can get well on together because apparently I still have some quantity of my obligation to our so-called pirate queen remaining. So I will have to do that.
I mean, yeah. And Bard Boy, maybe you could sing us a song as we make our way to our boat, I suppose is what it is.
Oh, yes. Let me play you a tune of the heresies of my mother and how she abandoned me on an island. Les, come, let's
great.
go. And he will pull out his lute.
Start singing a very hateful little diddly.
Oh, no.
Just the flattest chord possible.
I'm slightly taken aback by this, but I do follow along.
Is the music good?
Performance?
If you want to, I mean, it seems you could. Yeah,
Like,
if you want
Your
to.
mother said you were a bad bard. I'm curious if you actually are.
Yeah, you can make a performance roll if you'd like.
Ooh.
I mean, you're not.
Whoa!
Piss.
But I get, oh, hell yeah, that's right. In your face, Mom.
Your mother spoke poorly of you, but I think you're great, son.
I didn't realize that you were blessed by the muses.
I know. Thank you. And he just keeps walking.
And humble.
What instrument does San play, though?
Oh, good question.
He had the lute.
Is it a lute? Okay.
Yeah.
I got a little jaunty step now.
So we're making our way to the dock, straight to the dock.
Yes, you are.
Making our way
Or are
down,
you?
so.
I would suggest we do head straight for the boat. This Agon guy certainly seems to be nothing but trouble. And if we need to, we might have to take care of that other eye of his.
I'm ready to make my way downtown, faces past, walking fast, and we're port bound.
In tune.
And now I wonder.
As you guys are drawing near, can I get perception checks from the three of you?
All right. Deep breath.
Is Dirtrahn perceptive? I don't remember.
Ooh, nope. I'm too into the music.
Yes. You begin making your way downward past a tavern, which probably some of you are intimately aware of, known as the Indigo Axe, towards the port itself. Though, Roland and Dirtrahn, you spot something first. A slew of men, perhaps, but we'll say 3. And then you can see the silhouette and colors of the armor and leather patchwork of the seafaring, one-eyed man on a boat that you assume is the one you're heading towards. They appear to be moving crates off of it. The man at the helm, the one-eyed fellow, is just kind of sitting up aboard the ship at the wheel.
Our ship.
Your ship.
Our Rutten ship. I pull up my deed, prefer it forth, and call out rather loudly, "Halt! You do not own this vessel. It is owned in thirds by the 3 of us. We have just been to the office, and you're going to put that stuff back on there, and you're going to let us on, and you're going to get off, and you're going to get out of here."
I know you think you're C-word, but we're gonna make sure that you're dead. C-word.
I just very slowly turn to him.
Yeah, I was like,
3 of the men with crates kind of like turn to you for a moment. They turn around. Boss, I think this guy wants to talk to you.
I say we all do.
Yeah.
Put back my deed.
You see the man that you'd heard referred to as Aegon walks towards the edge of the ship, where there is a, whatever the word for the plank that you set down to board a ship is.
Gangplank?
Hey, I don't know anything about ships, by the way, if you're watching this.
That's
I'm glad you chose the seafaring.
Yeah, are you glad I did that? Me too.
I am.
Yeah, I don't know anything, and I'm probably not going to learn anything, so as long as everyone's okay with that. He steps forward, looks down over the 3 of you, and he says, "Oh, right, your ship? What? I'm sorry. Your ship."
Yes, my ship. I mean our ship. All
The
of our
ship.
The ship. That is ours.
In our possession. In thirds.
Yes. We have legal
law.
right to it.
Mm-hmm. So,
Who are
If you
you
don't
again,
mind.
one-eyed man?
Pauses for a moment. I, Magont. And I don't care if that seafaring wench says she left the ship to you. I worked hard on this crew for many years of my life, and I am taking what is due. When I am gone, then you can have whatever is left of the ship.
How soon do you want to be gone?
He kind of gives a puzzled but angry look at you through one eye. Goes, when I choose to be gone, big man.
I don't think you understood. Sorry. That was a threat. I was threatening you.
The 3 men kind of at the base with the crates look up at him, and he gives a... Well, there is one way to settle this.
There are several. There's you leaving. There's us hurting you very badly. Us
San's
convincing
hand
you
is
to
just
go.
face palmed already. You're like, oh my dear.
Roland looks
Sark's
over
like
to San.
Tuning his lute. Like, all right, well.
You ready for this?
Do you have any form of legal proof that this ship
Yes.
is yours?
Yes, we all have legal proof.
Then, by all means, produce it, sir.
I don't. Are you a cop?
Oh, God.
No, I'm sorry, that was not in character.
Okay.
I don't know. What do you guys want to do? Out of character, what do you guys want to do to handle this? Because
there's no out of character here. I'm just going into this.
Cool. Yep. All right.
I've already prepared the document. You are on our vessel. You will get off, or you'll be thrown off in accordance with the laws of the land. I'm assuming there is actually property here.
I mean, yeah, there's
like
rules
a
and stuff.
thing.
And he says, well, by the laws of the man and the land, I paid off the harbor master so that I could take the ship. So I'm out a bit of coin now. That's where I am. So
this seems more like a one-eyed man problem, not a Dirtrahn and friends kind of problem.
you see,
Quick question to the DM when you get a chance.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so dude is claiming paid off the harbor master. Does the harbor master have any power over the deeds to boats and who controls what?
I mean, probably he paid him off to get access so that there weren't guards and stuff like that, but that's probably...
Gotcha, so he tried to circumvent the law.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, yes. Dirtrahn doesn't gruck to that, man.
I will look over to the three fellows who are still over by the crates, and I will puff myself up a little bit. How well do you like your kneecaps? And I'll roll an intimidation check.
Please. They all kind of pause and look towards their boss for a moment. And you see Aegon pauses for a moment and he says, well then, we settled this the right way.
Hold on. I'm gonna stop you there. I turn to his men. Now, he just talked about how he doesn't have a lot of coin and he doesn't have legal right. Do you want to work for him or the big beefy boys who are about to ransack his face and remove the only bit of eye that he's got left?
Aegon immediately kind of pops in and he says, don't answer that. Don't. He says,
no,
I paid you proper and you've been loyal, men. I'm going captain.
But you could be paid more.
I'm gonna roll a persuasion.
Go for it.
Yeah.
They all kind of turn to you, and one of them kind of goes, hey, you're gonna pay us more. How much more?
For one, he doesn't have any more money. The money that he has is what you right now are carrying off of our ship, something we have legal right to. Do you want to help out the people that have legal right, that want to take what's theirs? Or do you want to work for the guy who is using your hard work to make him some money? We will pay you what we have to work with us, rather than steal so you can get paid. Not to mention, why are you even working for this guy if you're carting off these boxes? Like, the money that he's going to pay you is what is in your hands.
Hey, you make a good point. So,
Also, look at me. I'm very big and very strong, and I'm going to hurt that man. Do you want me to hurt you as well? I can roll an intimidation if necessary.
Jumps down over the edge of the deck, kind of onto the middle of it, and he points. He says, all right, big man, you and me, for my crew, for this ship, right now. 1-on-1.
Are we going to fight? Because I could do that.
Well, we're not going to play a game of cards. I don't have.
Okay, I mean,
but I do have this.
Sometimes
he pulls out a blade, just kind of.
Now, hold on, it's our ship.
Yeah.
So how about you just get out of here? Because this is going to get really messy.
It's only your ship if you can take it. And right now, I'm standing on it.
That's not true. It is legally our ship.
You see the three men are like kind of standing a bit confused.
Dirtrahn, can you put him in the water?
I can certainly work on it. So Dirtrahn walks up the plank and is ready to do battle. He draws his rapier and his dagger.
You can I believe I have you guys on the right map, so you can look at the
Yeah.
yeah, go ahead and move your character up where you want to be. And we'll say for the time being, it's just you two. Is the crew, Roland and San. Oh.
Can I be included? Because I was going to give Bardic Inspiration if this fight breaks out.
Okay, anyone that thinks that they're going to get included may roll. And I'll put the crew in as well over here. So to roll, just simply have your character selected, the token, and then roll initiative with the character sheet while it's selected, and that'll automatically send you to the turn order.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's
roll initiative.
real. It's real nice.
Wait, what button is it? Nope, that's not it.
As long as it's on the top of the character sheet in Roll20.
Okay, let me get out of
As long as your token is clicked on while you do that. You can also hold shift and double click your token and it'll open your character sheet.
Oh.
Ooh, that's neat.
Yeah. So
If you double click on Dirtrahn, you get his character sheet. And that's wonderful.
There we go.
it is powerful. Okay. Nice. Hey, it's our first time and everyone did it right.
Hey, nice.
Powerful. So San, as appears to be a battle is about to break out between Dirtrahn and Agent, whose name I pronounce different each time.
It's
Eggman.
He kind of has a scimitar raised and like hand on the other end of it, like blunt side towards you. San, what do? The two bandits have they're setting down their crates, and you see each of them are reaching for kind of like little ranged crossbows, just waiting to see what's going to happen.
I will pull out my loot and try to not make it look like I'm trying to help him, but give background noise to this incoming fight.
Okay.
Sorry. Didn't mean to do that.
So that I can give him Bardic Inspiration.
Okay, roll a sleight of hand to do that in secret without anyone knowing. To you, to everyone else, it might just look like you're fiddling on your on a loot.
What'd I get? How's an 8 do?
You see the
give
two
me 1
kind
second, yo.
of bandits.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Actually, if we want to take our first break, we could do that. Or we'll wait and see
Doesn't matter
how
to me.
Fred is when he gets back.
There were 3 guys with the crates, right? Have only 2 of them started to get out weapons?
I forgot to put the third one.
Okay.
I think he's a little further back. Let me put him in the turn order too. Or
You can
them.
play whack-a-mole.
I'm sorry. I'm back.
No, don't be.
Don't be back.
Don't be sorry. Yeah, the one of the guys beside you clearly has noticed. The guy kind of behind you here kind of gives a, "Hey, what's that one doing?" But yeah, you do give the thing, the
Inspiration.
inspiration thing. Fred, can I have some of your sandwich? Please. I imagine Dirtrahn just pulls out like a hoagie as he's like
So sorry, Dirtrahn has drawn his rapier, but he does still have the bottle that he's been drinking from.
and a sandwich tucked away like in his utility belt.
Oh, he's like double fisting everything.
Sorry, y'all. I haven't eaten anything today. So.
No, you're totally listen.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of eating on stream. Like I'm gonna be making some coffee slurps into the mic in a moment. Okay.
You have a D. Is it D4 or D6?
You can click the feature, and it'll drop into chat. The
It's a
it'll
D6
be in
at this
kind of
time.
the bottom right
Oh, okay.
of your character sheet.
And so
Oh, yeah,
get
it's a D6.
inspiration or what?
You have a D6 of inspiration.
Okay.
Okay. Roland. That's you next.
Yes, it is. I will unlimber my very large brassy maul and then drop it with a thud put both of my hands on top of the haft, and I'll just look towards these 3 crew members and simply say, anybody makes a move against the musician or heading on to our ship is going to get a walloping. I suggest you all just stay back and let this play out. There's no way you walk out of this alive if you do.
Okay. The 3 of them kind of look.
So I'm going to hold action to basically, if anybody goes near the gangplank, I will wallop them.
It kind of seems like they're leaving this in the hands of these 2 already.
Yeah.
But at your statement, they all kind of they just kind of relax a little bit. Yep, they're all gonna wait. You see, but they have these little crossbows drawn, same as you, as though they're waiting to see if stuff for them is gonna
Drawn
pop
but not
off.
aiming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aegon takes a step forward to here, kind of hands out, gladiator style, sword up in the air, just waiting. And Dirtrahn, that's you.
Okay. Dirtrahn takes as a free action, takes a swig of his drink
Nice.
that he has in hand, and then throws it just as a threatening move. Throws it at Aegon.
Okay, just
that
kind
right?
of. Yeah. I've said it. I've said Agond, Aegon.
Just
I think it's Aegon.
Throws it at him and says, "Hey, Egon, let's do this."
Is that an attack or just a free action, just clattering?
That's a
towards-
free action. I'm not trying to do damage
Okay.
by hitting him. And I charge and attack him with my rapier.
Okay. As you pull what probably to most people is a very large sword out, and you can move your token up towards him. You see he had a readied action. All of a sudden, blunt into the sword twists around sharp as he just kind of whips it out your direction. And I am rolling out in the open, so here we go. Oh.
Ooh.
Does that do? Okay, 5
Draws
5 plus 6, so 11 damage.
Cross right across your chest. A big scarlet scar there, just kind of ripping away the cloth. And then immediately whoosh, back over to the blunt end, holding it up.
I've got stone endurance. What does that do? That's something I have to do. Okay, never mind. Ouch. So that did break my AC and brought me down to 9 hit points.
Okay.
Is that right?
Sure.
That was 11 slashing damage. My God.
Yeah. Whoa.
He
Cool.
actually
Did
kind
that
of
stop me
furrows-
from doing my attack?
No, not at all. He furrows his brow like he expected you to just die. Like this move, he's used this anime move a million times and nobody has stood afterwards. And Dirtrahn bites into the sandwich, wipes the scar away.
Dirtrahn is hurt, definitely, but doesn't want to show it too much. Except for all the blood. He definitely shows the blood.
There is blood.
Hard to hide that. Cool, so I'm attacked with my rapier.
Sure. That
16.
hits. Yeah,
Yep.
it does.
And then what do I do? Hit dice?
Yeah, so to do that, go over the chat and then click on the word rapier where you've rolled it. And it'll roll into the chat. Hey,
I skewered it.
my question is this
Point for point.
is this lethal damage?
I think so.
Okay. You see he goes blunt in, he kind of burrows his brows as he expects you to die, but then kind of looks downward to the rapier right through his gut, kind of gives a piss, and then just kind of slumps over onto the deck. As you see, there is now a silence amongst the the 3 crew members. One of them kind of turns to Roland and he says, "Right, so we'll just put this back on deck for you then." And they begin like,
Welcome to the
walking-
crew.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Butterflies.
The 3 of them.
Yeah.
You're hired.
I think Dirtrahn says to them, like, so were you still looking for work, or did you just quit your job?
The work seems fine to us.
They certainly seem unemployed.
Do
Also,
you want us to
hey,
get rid of
helping
this
hand.
body for you?
I'm hurting, and he's definitely hurting. But we're all on the same page, right? That was okay, because he was breaking the law. He was attacking me. He challenged me. I did what he asked.
Well, it was attempted murder. They were trespassing, all kinds of stuff. So let's just
Yeah.
begin with this. I'm going to use Cure Light Wounds on our good beefy Goliath here.
Hey, thank you.
I'm sorry, Cure Wounds. Okay, so I click this thing. I'm going to cast it at the first level. You get 8 points of healing as I clap your shoulder, and light spews forth from my hand into your body to soothe your aches.
So that brings me up 8.
Yep.
Okay.
Nice. I guess I'm getting my...
And you see, one of them then kind of turns to the three of you and kind of gives do you want us to get rid of this body for you?
Well, we have to report this. This, unfortunately, went rather far south, so if you don't mind, I'll get the... What?
Actually,
What?
do we have to report this?
Yes, we do, because we have a right to this ship. There's a body now on our ship. He tried to take our ship. So I'm going to go find the local constabulary, bring them back, and then we'll write out reports,
One of the,
and we will just clear this away.
One of the bandits raises his hand for a moment. He says, if I might interject, I don't believe Egan has any sort of legality in this town, so there's probably nothing to report.
But there's a corpse on our ship.
And it is as alive as
Yes.
the rest of our cargo. So
Our ship,
our ship,
not his.
he is now our cargo. Sometimes cargo gets dumped into the ocean.
But no.
I mean, yes,
Not how
that
this goes.
does happen.
Because we need to protect ourselves. Come on now.
I feel pretty protected.
I could
You
tie him
would-
down
you
to
healed
something
my wound.
heavy.
I mean, that seems a bit morbid.
It's effectively what you were talking about.
So is watching a bloated
So-
corpse float.
I'm going to look behind me. How many people have noticed that there was just this fight down at the docks?
Literally, probably a couple people, but, you see that the guards have obviously been paid off. People are just walking by. Nobody in this town seems to care.
We can report this, or I can also take care of the witnesses.
No, I don't believe that's necessary. Is there a guard in sight, that's looking at us at all?
No, no, there doesn't appear to be guards at this.
Dirtrahn shouts to the guard, "Am I good?"
Are we good?
San just salutes them up too. We're fine.
Finally,
Picks up a hand of the body and starts waving it.
No, for real. Dirtrahn shouts to the guard, "Am I good?"
Oh, there's no guard around. They were paid off
Oh, yeah.
to leave.
He paid off the harbor master. He threw coin everywhere. Let's say I'll go to the magistrate's office, do a quick report, and I'll be back as soon as I can. That way they'll know exactly what happened.
One of the now crew members just kind of looks at you and he says, right, should I just put this below deck then?
Put what below deck? The dude?
The,
The body.
yeah,
I'll be back.
I could leave it here.
Where are you?
So,
know.
Really
Roland
just
heads
walk
off
off
to
on
the
his own.
magistrate's office.
Son, what do you think? What do we do with this? I don't commit a lot of
How-
murders in my day-to-day, so...
How long does it take to get to the magistrate and back?
Probably 20 minutes, depending on
I'm
how long he's
sprinting.
talking there. I saw a murder.
I don't feel great about having a narc on my team. We could just take off.
We could. We very
just
much
kidding.
could.
I'm kidding. I don't want to do that. I actually feel good about having a narc on our team. I'll be honest.
I guess someone does have to keep us honest at times.
Okay, so I'm gonna do a demonstration
But we
for you guys. Okay, so here's the board. Okay, we need to be above it. All right.
We do need to get rid of this body, though.
I'm chaotic, but like not evil. So yeah, I'm chaotic neutral. So stabbing a dude who's like doing me wrong seems right for me.
Yeah, Son is also chaotic evil, so. Or chaotic neutral, sorry.
I was about to be like,
chaotic neutral.
What?
Neutral,
Oh
sorry.
God.
Oh,
Hello?
my bad. That was on me.
I mean, that's a twist.
Let's see. Where's
Like,
my
yeah, no,
smite ability? Hold on. Give me one. second.
My bad. That was the wrong words. Neutral. So
Yeah, if you're saying it's gonna take me like 20 minutes to get over there, like, what do you guys do in the
tossing
meantime?
Yeah.
we're tossing this body out, Ree.
Yeah, we're tossing this body for sure. I actually don't feel comfortable doing anything with the ship until he gets back.
Okay. So you see one of the bandits just kind of ties up the body, cannonball to gut. He, like, quite proficiently, as though he's like done this like 100 times. He says,
Yeah.
"Well, I can see you later, you bit of a prick," and just kind of over the edge and on the other side.
I love that they
you
all
guys
have
not
the
look in his
same
pockets?
voice and accent.
That's what I was about to say. It's like we didn't look at his pockets. He's already overboard. Like, well,
That's because
didn't
I
have
only
anything
know
on
how to
him.
do 3 voies.
I'm just kidding.
that's fine. I forgot.
Dirtrahn shouts to him right before he throws it over the ship. Is that okay? Can we retcon it just a little bit?
Yeah.
That's fine.
Hey, he was your boss, and he was supposed to pay you guys. Feel free to take whatever he's got. I know he's got a pickled eye.
Kind of pause for a moment. They say, but that's proper smart. Back over and then begin kind of looting through his stuff for a moment. You see, like, after a moment, kind of one of the bandits, like, putting foot up beside Egan's. He says, right, those boots will do me just proper. And scoots him on for a moment. Nearly just, like, strips him down to his core, then right over the edge, the other side. Like, kind of... And then push.
Just as the whistle after we've murdered him, clearly.
And then as that's going on, I'm gonna say you make your way to the magistrate's office, just as you see probably the little halfling man is like locking the door up for the day. He's turning around, he sees you, and he says, back already. What was it, Roland?
Okay. Wilbur? Was that your name, Wilbur?
Yes.
Yes. We've had a bit of a scuffle regarding the boat down at the docks. That fellow Aegon decided he was going to loot our ship and take our goods off of it. We demanded that he return the goods and take them off. However, he would not. Scuffle ensued, which quickly resulted in his untimely death. And last I saw, we needed to explain what happened and set up like a report or file something with you because he just tried to take our damn ship.
Gods, at least you didn't do this in my office. All right. He
Well, we couldn't
pulls
put
out
a
a
ship
paper
in
and he
your
says,
office.
I'm going to file this in the morning. He tried to take... Are there any witnesses that I need to talk to?
Well, there was myself, Dirtrahn.
Allow me to
Sam,
rephrase. Are there any
and-
witnesses that are concerned with this that I need to talk to?
There were barely any people down at the docks. I'm not sure who exactly would have seen it at that point.
Right.
However, it would include the 3 crew members who were taking things off of the boat, and who very courteously put them back on after Aegon was taken care of.
And it seems it's well handled. I will, out of formality, write a report. One-eyed pirate, deceased in property claims disagreement. I will file this in the morning, I suppose. See that if you do any more murdering, it's outside of my jurisdiction, please.
Surely it doesn't count as murder if he gets on our property and attempts to take it. We have to defend ourselves.
Good
He
point.
did attack first.
Good point. See, if there
You're
is
not
any
there.
more legal
No, I know, that was out
scuffling,
of character.
it happens outside of my jurisdiction.
And how far does your writ go? The
Until
docks?
you get your boat off this muddy island.
Very well. Have a good day.
And I will try. He puts away the document and begins, like, huffing off. And, I assume you begin making your way back?
Well, I kind of scratch my blonde hair a little bit and just mutter to myself, I guess somebody can't take their duties properly. I'll just start trotting back to the boat.
As you make your way back, you see, like, most of the crates that had been taken, there was probably like a half dozen, have been plopped back on. It appears the 3 ex-crew members of Egan's team are kind of up chatting on the top half of the boat here. And Dirtrahn and San are there, no sign of the corpse of Egan.
I would like to say that probably Dirtrahn and San were getting to know each other a little bit.
Yeah. We can
And
do
hopefully, Dirtrahn definitely likes San more than he liked him in the first place. I cannot speak for how San feels about Dirtrahn.
It's getting better.
All right.
The retort of swords crossing was a little iffy, but you know what?
Yeah.
I can let that pass.
I haven't made it back to the ship at this point.
Yeah. What are you guys doing? I will say there is a below deck on this ship.
I guess we should take stock of the ship and of our ship. What should we call our ship?
Well, just quick to report.
Oh, right.
Wilbur's
Sorry.
taking care of our paperwork, and it'll be on file. And wait, what's his name go?
What's whose name?
Who?
We gave him a proper burial. In a
many
manner of
words
speaking.
With dread.
You're right. I'm a man of honesty. We took off all his clothes and then threw him in the ocean while tied to a
Cannonball.
It was a fitting death for a man, or a fitting.
It was a
end
very
for a man.
respectable death.
Yeah.
One of the crew members kind of calls over where they're now like sitting cross-legged playing cards with some like bottles of what appears to be like some sort of distilled beverage back and kind of over his shoulder. He says, "Yeah, I've seen much more disrespectful." And then it continues.
And I bet you've done as much before and worse. However, I will go over and I'll plop 1 gold coin in front of each of them. Enjoy.
Kind of wide-eyed. Well,
Hey, Roland.
thank you.
Hey, Roland.
Yeah. Walk back down the steps.
Rasham wanted you to protect the ship, right? And the treasure.
Yes. Yes, it's all in the letter.
So, by, literally defending the ship and then disposing of those who disrespected the ship, are we not doing what you were tasked to do?
We're certainly on the right path, I would say.
So, yeah. I mean, he's gone. It's fine.
Yeah.
We did the right thing, I think.
And seeing as there's not a constable of any kind with you, I'm fairly sure we are in the clear for this.
Well, I think so too. The report has been filed, and Wilbur didn't seem too distraught about his demise.
Question about your character. Are you lawful good or lawful neutral or?
I'm totally LG.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Just curious. With 2 chaotics and a lawful good seems like a good mix. Like that's
Gonna get a lot done.
Yeah. And yeah.
Oh, I'm just wondering a lot at this point. I'll have to sit down and figure out how many days now I've had to serve on the ship, because I put a day figure to my debt to Rasham, so I'll have to figure out how much longer I have on that, because I was a bit taken away by my own. I think I'll just call it stupidity at this point. Ugh.
No. Okay, we'll yeah, and you can shoot me that. I'm super flexible.
Mm-hmm. So you wanted to look around the ship?
Yeah, let's go take stock of what we've got here.
Let's
All
count Vault.
All right. Hey, lads, if anybody comes a calling, you come get us, all right?
They all kind of turn from their card game and give a nod. So I assume you guys head below deck.
Sure, sounds fun.
If
Yes.
I did this correctly, it should be painless.
I believe in you.
You can do it.
You're in the ocean.
Ah, we're on the water.
Ooh. You guys step out
Dibs.
of the
It might be on the floor, but it's alone. Dirtrahn values his privacy.
out of the background noise of being up on top into the bottom of the ship. Looking around, you can see the ship is actually pretty well equipped. Room for the
is
crew.
it lit down here at all?
Yes, it is. There are lanterns. There's several rooms, as you can see. A full kitchen over here. An area for the cannons, which there are two of that are on the word for left side of boat.
Port.
Port. Yeah.
Port side is where the cannons are. As you make your way down the stairs, looking about the interior of actually this pretty nice ship. And I will say, you guys all know that the name
I was
of the
going to say,
ship...
we've been here before, right?
Yeah, most of you have been down here. The name of the ship is the Shattered Scourge, or at least it was. And that is what is on the side of the boat in scarlet lettering.
Do I have?
Looking about,
I don't. Damn it.
there's no distinctive sign of treasure, but that being said, there's quite a bit of junk down here. So it's hard to tell at a glance looking around.
I could use a perception check, I suppose.
Or an investigation check if you want to dig around a little bit.
Ooh.
Yes.
Let's see.
Let's see.
Not my strongest
Oh,
suit.
sorry.
No, you're fine.
Oh, but I did
I
great.
figured you weren't just like straddling a cannon.
So, Dirtrahn rolled a 19.
You kind of look around. With a keen eye, you realize that perhaps treasure is something different. And for a moment, you note in kind of one of the crew rooms over here, beneath a bit of books and things, is a folded piece of parchment. And as Dirtrahn unfolds that, you see a pretty stereotypical pirate map. Big, drawn in quill, black X, that appears to be along the northern coast of the very island that you're on.
Hey, lads. Come take a look. I think I found something interesting.
Sure, why not? Hey,
heads
so
over.
do you think any of the guys upstairs can cook? We're definitely gonna need a chef on wherever we go.
Well, sure, but I'm sure that will make do. Take a look at this parchment. It's, I believe, a pirate map. You know,
You're
with an X,
serious? Like an
X over the-
actual.
like an actual.
With
Yeah,
an-
I
With
know.
an X marks the spot.
Seriously, nobody ever does this. But if anybody would have, the self-proclaimed pirate Queen Rasham absolutely would have.
She was
Yes.
certainly full of herself. Does
Yes,
it give
she
any
was.
details?
This is what you see.
That's it.
That's it. Of course.
Okay. I know that we just met them and we just hired them, but we might not want to tell our boys upstairs what we just found or what we're hoping, because we just met them they didn't have the same, je ne sais quoi with Rasham that we had.
Was that Elvin?
No, but it was
sounded very
improperly
good.
used. I'm glad that that's what you call that instead. They didn't know Rasham like we knew Rasham. In fact, I didn't know Rasham like either of you knew Rasham either. But they were here to loot, so my trust value is medium with them, I would say. So, does it seem like we could walk to there, or should we sail?
You could do both. Sailing would be faster.
Would it? We'd have to leave shore and then sail and then park and all that. So, unfortunately, where's the map? Can you show it to me again?
Yeah. I can do
How
that.
far was that?
It looked rather far.
Can actually probably tell you that in a moment. Do we want to use
Let's see,
miles or
we were-
kilometers?
We were
because we have to go through mountains.
Yeah.
So you
or
guys
we go along the.
down
Still used to
one.
a rather
Let
large
me
mountain
get an
range.
actual this is how far things are for you real quick, because then you can click the ruler and
And we should definitely do miles.
It's only 100 feet. What are you talking about?
all right, try the ruler again.
Be there in seconds.
Oh, hey,
only
I did that
82
wrong.
Why is it in metric?
It's like 300 feet.
Yeah,
I did put it
this,
in.
this island is actually tiny.
Okay, now try.
I keep clicking the wrong thing. That's only 40 miles. Yeah, we should sail.
We should sail that.
I like that we're 6.9 to.
I'm sorry. We're gonna do this one more time because I just realized you made that jog in 20 minutes.
I was like, wait, weren't you at 4?
Try it again. This is the final one. Still pretty good. Still, you huffed it.
Yeah, my guy is actually athletic, so
I don't know if it's only a 5-mile walk.
we can say it'll take a
That's
few
also-
days to get there.
Through mountains versus going through
we
the sea.
We could stick to just the beach, but yeah, no, this is a pirate ship game. We should pirate ship it. We should sail the sea. Just one of them, though.
Okay. I'm going to plunk.
We should sail 14% of the seas.
Goddamn.
One of them. Sorry.
I'm gonna make it so you guys can actually move.
Oh, there's our boat.
Who wants to control the boat token?
Dirtrahn wants to.
Oh, Captain?
So badly.
No.
Dirtrahn wants to be a captain so bad.
Dirtrahn, you're moving the boat for whatever that's worth. Wherever you guys decide to go, there it is, and you move it.
We did tie it down, right? Oh no,
It's drifting away.
drifting off to sea. No, sorry.
good.
Okay, so boys,
we need to take
boys.
stock of our supplies.
yeah, I was gonna say we need to get there before anybody else can, because we don't know that Egon didn't see this first, or somebody else might have seen it first. Like we need to be the first ones to get there. We need to tell no one about it. I guess we can tell the boys upstairs that we've got a mission, but we should
Alright.
take stock on what we've got. How do we do
Sounds-
Well, we would just need to go over into the kitchen and take stock of our wares. We only have 6 people, so shouldn't be too bad, I would think.
Okay, you
I'm
guys
not
probably
going
take
very far.
a half hour. Realize that it's stocked for. I guess if actually anyone wants to make notes of this, who wants to be the quartermaster of the ship? Seems like a Roland thing.
Sure, why not?
Okay, if
I
you want
believe
to
in
put
you.
this in your character sheet.
I will master this quarter.
There are 10 days supply of food. Various, like, everything you could need to do cooking. There's a stove down there. There's various, like, cookery. There's a good portion. You guys have about 50 cannonballs. 2 cannons, obviously. You can see those. The crates above are filled with, like, spices and like salt, things like that, and various pouches. You can tell that they were bound somewhere at the time of Rasham's untimely demise.
How did Rasham die? Do we know?
Nobody knows.
Okay.
Was there a funeral
like that.
conducted? How was it done?
There was
Who knows that they died?
a funeral. So it happened while Roland, you were in town away from the ship about a week ago. The ship was gone, and then it returned, was docked, and her will was sent out.
I see. So I currently have 10 days worth of rations, 50 cannonballs. We have crates of spices. What
6
else?
crates. And I
6
should
crates.
mention, if there was a funeral, it was thrown by Roland and attended by Roland.
Okay.
Now, as far as other things aboard the ship, there is coffers with a small sum, actually, of just like 100 silver. Like, evenly rounded, and about 23 coppers. Assumedly, that's not the treasure she was referring to.
Dirtrahn doesn't care about the money.
There
Dirtrahn
doesn't
cares
seem to
about
be much coin on the ship. I wonder what treasure she was referring to.
I think it might be at the map. I think the map might.
Probably at the map.
Maybe the treasure was the friends we met along the way.
No, I want my money.
Okay, yeah, we should
Like, no.
we should do the treasure map thing.
It's getting probably pretty close to evening as you guys make your way up from above deck aboard your boat.
Are the 3 crewmen still up there?
Yeah, looking over, you see the 3 of them are still kind of set about playing cards. They kind of just give you a glancing look as you make your way back up. Let me do that.
Do any of you fancy yourselves a chef?
The one in the back kind of turns. He goes, "We had a bloke that did that for us, son. But, at a pinch," he kind of turns to the other one. He says, "Brett makes a good meal. Once saw him make a good proper stew out of rats when that's all we had." And the other one kind of nods silently. I would say probably of the 3, this crew member hasn't spoken. Like, they're very kind of quiet. They have a tense face, but he just kind of nods.
Okay. Which one of you would be he?
The silent one doesn't say anything, but the one who spoke to you, he says, "That's Brett," pointing to the quiet guy.
Well, if you don't mind, I think considering the day's festivities, we should have a communal meal this evening.
They all kind of look amongst each other. Okay, yeah.
Simple dinner. You know, perhaps below deck.
You know, food with people?
I've got this. I've got this.
They all kind of look to Brett for a moment, and they say, "Do you want to fix something for us?" And he takes his cards and kind of like stone-faced makes his way below deck. Once you guys are alone, they all kind of look to you for a moment, and they say, "Right, just so you know, whatever he makes, well, Brett's a bit sensitive, so make sure to tell him he did a good job." get real miffed if you don't finish your plate either.
Duly noted.
All right.
What are your names as well? I don't think I've picked it up yet.
The one in the front that's like been doing most of the talking, he says, "I'm Burnell." He turns to the other one, who almost has the exact same voice and features, and he says, "This is my twin brother, Bobby."
Bobby and Brunel.
Very well.
Nice to make your acquaintance, and welcome to this crew.
Bobby kind of gives a little and says, "Yeah, right. Nice to meet you as well. By chance, after dinner, we have plans. Where are we setting up to?"
We have a mission. We are going to head to the northeastern part of the island to pick something up. It's not a big deal. Sorry. How do I describe this? We had one last thing that we had each promised individually to Rasham that we're just gonna we got to go pick that up. It's part of the will process, and for us taking on this boat.
They all kind of nod for a moment, and they go, "Well," Brunel and Bobby at least, they go, "We're pretty used to following orders, so don't worry about us, as long as we get paid."
Oh, good.
You'll get paid, and we'll make sure you're taken care of. We're not. I'm not going to just throw you on the front lines of a dangerous situation.
Actually, Dirtrahn, it might be a good idea to discuss wages this evening as we all sit around and partake of this fine meal that will be prepped.
Dirtrahn doesn't like to talk money. I understand that it's necessary.
But Dirtrahn's playing captain.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, but they're excited for the opportunity. We'll give them food. There's exposure. They could die of exposure.
Okay, look, if there's a plague on the island, we're getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Yes.
Look, second star to the right, straight on till morning at that point.
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone kind of gathers about, and goes about having a particularly nice meal. We see that Brett, true to his name, is actually a fairly good cook. He's made like some small tin biscuits in the stove, and around this like kind of like brown gravy, creamy stew. They're all just like, and as soon as they sit down, these pirates are just like pirates, crew members, whatever they choose to go by, begin just kind of digging into this meal, like just voraciously eating it. You see in this brown gravy stew is floating like, it's good, it's not well made. There's like whole carrots with like the greenery still on, like they're good, but they're just in there. The whole mushrooms, something like that. The meat is still on the bone, but it's cooked. And,
I mean, that's how it's supposed to be.
you see, Brett does not partake. He kind of stands in the back from the kitchen like this. Just watches.
Brett, come sit with us. Partake, please.
I eat every bite.
He just shakes
It's much better than what I'm used to.
Shakes his head no, and he says, and you see Bobby kind of turns over and he says, Brett doesn't like to be seen eating.
Okay, but Brett, you did eat, right? Because we all have to, practice self-care.
To keep our strength up as I wave meat around.
Brett? Can I get a nod at least? A yes, no?
Let's just get back to our food. Come on.
Just eyes on the three of you, and then slowly there's kind of a
cool. Gotta eat
Come
this.
now, Brett.
and as all of you partake of this good meal,
I thought he was going to say make a Constitution saving throw.
I was like, don't you dare.
you all explode. But no, I would say evening comes over the island. You can hear the town, while not getting quieter, totally shifts from the working hours, and the sound of boat moving to port and to leave has now been replaced with distant chatter of taverns, lights, more jovial sounds coming from the town. And if you probably listen close enough, you can hear like distant sounds of more heated scuffles and fights happening on the street. Not many, but this town is happening outside. But you guys are kind of below deck, enjoying a meal. And as you all wrap up, you see Brett comes over one by one, collects your dishes, gives a nod to each of you, and goes into the kitchen and begins cleaning.
Dirtrahn shouts to Brad, "Good job, Brad. I liked it."
Fine meal.
Very good. Very good.
And then the two crew members kind of stand up and they say, maybe we'll go above deck and let the three of you talk.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
That's fine.
sure. It's great. We'll do that.
All right. And then they go up, leaving you guys below deck for a moment to discuss what you want to do here.
So I wanted to say, Roland, you seem to have a really good head on your shoulders. You talked about sextants, so therefore you know numbers. Perhaps you would be best suited to handle our finances? Or, San, would that be more your cup of tea? Or grog?
Frog?
It seems like we're taking to the seas.
counting.
I don't know about that. No.
No.
I am fine handing over finances to Roland if need be. So long as we are getting our treasure.
Gentlemen, I'm here for the thrill of the exploration. So, as
Also-
long as I have my cut really only needs to be what I need to live. So, I'm in this for the adventure.
I would certainly suggest at this point we accrue some money and invest in changing the ship's name.
Yes,
I
was
second
thinking-
that.
I was thinking the C word.
What?
It's a good name for a ship.
Seaward?
The C word.
As in like the direction of the sea, as in that?
Yeah, C word.
Very well. Well, I'll turn over to San there. San, what rate of pay would be acceptable to the crew? I don't know the typical day pay for a sailor.
What did we... DM question. Would I know what the crew used to be paid when I was still on the ship?
So typically, the way this works, and Roland's given them a gold piece, so they are happy. That being said, you know that they're just typically given a cut of whatever you guys make on treasure. They're not expecting a weekly pay. They don't get salary. They're not paid by the hour.
Okay.
You guys get treasure. You give them some of it. And if you give them too little, they're going to get mad. If you give them too much, they're going to get a big head and then kill you. As is you got to find the balance. And that's for you to decide each time you get treasure. And your crew will take note if you guys get treasure and they don't get any. That is
Right, of course.
Yeah.
Listen, San believes in giving them their fair cut.
All right.
They will always be paid on jobs. They're not in the room. I don't know why I'm making this speech.
Well,
Right.
Like,
Well, one of them is still washing dishes.
from the kitchen,
Oh, well,
Brett could be listening.
oh, well, in that case,
We're going to
yes,
take care
they
of
are-
our men.
Wonderful. Good to hear it.
This is our ship. They're our men. We're all in this together, Dirtrahn shouts and then pounds his chest and then drinks a little more.
Although,
Different bottle.
Do any of the three of us have any navigable skills?
I would say yes.
I know that the sextant exists, however, I do not know how to use it.
I believe Sand.
Yeah. I've lived on the ship for.
character sheet, but you
No, I kind of.
you have a background in these sorts of things.
I do.
You know how to make a boat go. You know how to make a boat move in the water.
I can navigate for us if need be.
Excellent. Now just hit anything that tries to get on the ship.
Okay.
I'm more
So I
of a
guess
people
we'll-
person than a boat person.
That's glad to see. I'm happy.
So, as evening falls over the not sleepy but bustling town, what do you guys? Is tonight the night you set off, or?
I think we should get a good night's sleep and rest.
I would certainly suggest that we take off with the blessing of the dawn.
Okay. So,
Even at morning.
Also, would love
Yes,
to.
in the morning.
I would like to return to full HP. I did get real cut earlier.
got a real big scratch.
You're only down 3 now. He healed you. You're fine.
It's true. I would like to be
What a
up to 20 now.
But a flesh wound.
Who knows what danger comes next?
Yeah, you guys rest and you're awakened by the sound of the village, of the city in the morning.
Am I back up to full HP?
You are. Yeah, everyone take a long rest. And I'll be giving experience out at the end of the session.
Nice.
So we'll
Okay.
add it then.
I mean, I did kill a man. I expect some experience.
You did do a murder.
I
so you better
did
get
a
some
murder.
XP.
He
A
did.
spell was cast.
He killed in self-defense. It was not murder.
You're right. I did a
I
kill.
checked.
He did kill the man.
I did a justifiable kill.
Okay. A justified kill. As morning comes about, what does everyone do? Also, I assume everyone has their. Well, there's 2 rooms below deck, but there's lots of different hanging like nets and places to sleep, as well as the one room that clearly belongs to the Pirate Queen herself.
Can you pull up the map for
The boat.
that?
Let's
Yeah.
let's put you guys back below deck real quick.
All right.
Once I find where the map is, hello.
And which one would be the so-called captain's quarters?
That would be this one right here. It does have 2 hammocks though.
Wait, which one?
The one southward,
Oh.
port side. Brett sleeps in the kitchen.
Seems reasonable.
He sleeps under the spice rack.
I guess these are beds here, right?
Yeah, those are bunks.
They're big ones.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you guys do? Where would you sleep?
I think for this night, I prefer to sleep above deck. That way, I could take in some of the sights of the city, look at the stars, and just try to keep an eye out in case anything goes down.
Fair and reasonable.
Something about all the circumstances surrounding Rasham's death doesn't sit well. 'Cause I really don't know anything.
If Rasham really is dead.
I would assume I saw the body.
You saw a body.
Did you see a body?
I was at the funeral.
So there actually, point of reference, there wasn't a body that returned with the boat.
Oh.
You found
Oh.
it docked,
Oh.
and then the wheels went out.
Okay.
That's some hanky shit, boys.
Yeah, it's something.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So,
morning rises. It comes. You see that there's a bit of a fog kind of rolling out over the shoreline here. Kind of a cool gray morning in Aramor. What does the crew do?
Well, I will give my morning praises to Idle as the sun rises and shines upon us, bringing light to the world and beaming shafts upon us all through the fog.
Dirtrahn cracks an egg, inhales it, and drinks just a little bit of the hair of the dog.
Good.
I guess I'm plotting our course for the northeast coast.
Okay. Yeah, and as you're doing that, you see the boys are out and about, kind of getting the ship ready to go, getting everything set up and proper to sail. And then they all just kind of look to the three of you and give a, well, are we ready?
Yeah, let's do.
Why not?
We're not
What
going
assist
very
there?
far anyway. It's 5 miles, right?
Yeah, it's not a far trip. And
It should be a fairly quick trip there and back.
okay, you guys set off, moving along the coastline. As you do, you can see past gray mountainscapes that kind of cut around and circumvent the edge of this town. The watchtowers with their glowing lights kind of cut through the gray beams of fog, making these small kind of orange dots in the otherwise grayscale that hangs over the town. But as you move on the other side of the boat, the sun does kind of peek through the clouds, casting its warm breath downward on the ship in these orangey glowing lights. Orangey glowing lights. I'm good at describing things.
San, is it a good idea to sail through fog?
He seems proficient, I will say. And
I was gonna say, like, I think as long as we're going around the borders area, we should be fine.
There's
not-
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
I'll be frank, I don't trust water. Like, just,
Seems like a good
Something
place to be.
How have you been the second hand to my mother for so long?
Well, I owed your mother debt of gratitude, and I'm rather good at hitting things, so
You've
you
crossed
might just
swords
say I
as
was
well.
protective muscle.
You mentioned that earlier. How exactly did you become employed to Rasham? You owe her a debt, but she's dead, and I'm not exactly claiming on that as her son.
Well, my obligation is to the ship at this point, but I can tell you more later. But let's just say I made some bad decisions. I got kidnapped. I was hanging upside down in whatever those nets are up on the ship. And luckily your mother just happened to drop by. Pirates are strange.
We are quite a breed.
as your ship begins to round the edge of the coast here, can I get perception checks from the party? Anyone up in the crow's nest, if you're not afraid of heights, and up there is a spyglass, and you have advantage, but that's a climb.
I'm gonna just percept.
Okay.
I will go ahead and make the climb.
Yeah, give me a simple athletics check.
Yeah, I'm just gonna percept. Hey, not
Yeah,
bad.
you're up there, kind of hefting yourself up in your armor. Just a bit tired, but you're up
Okay.
there, so give me a roll with advantage for your perception.
Now for perception. 1, 2. Oh, thank God.
Nice.
As you guys look outward, almost everyone sees the same thing. The fog seems to permeate and hang around a certain portion, but as you look towards it, it begins to subside slightly, to reveal the round, cavernous mouth of a cove, ship-sized, bigger than ship-sized. On the side of the cove, entering to the left, there's even a place where you could walk along the edge, where the stream of the water kind of moves in and out of the mouth here. You see Burnett kind of turns around, looks at you, says, "Do you want to drop anchor, or are you going to try and take her into that thing?"
We should we should drop anchor and make it on foot, I think.
All right, and then just kind of, and slowly, the boat kind of twists as you feel the slight tug of the water turning slightly. You are now maybe like 30 feet off from the edge of the cove, though it's a bit of a swim over there.
Do we have a dinghy?
That's a good question. No.
Yeah.
Burnett
We should have thought of
notices
that.
like a little bit of apprehension over the three of you. I mean, can't you all swim?
Well, yeah.
Sure. However, I'm covered in nothing but metal, and there are things in the dark that like the reflective surface.
Fair enough. I could get you a barrel to float on.
Does it come with alcohol?
I don't think it
No,
would
that
float
would.
very well.
I will turn to my co-captains here. We definitely need to get a rowing boat and find a spot to put it on the boat. Is that agreed?
Yeah, totally.
Agreed.
Maybe
Excellent.
once we finish this journey, this mission.
This errand's more like it.
Yeah.
As you guys
So,
are sitting there, you all see something from the cove. All of a sudden, even Burnett kind of turns. He kind of gives a by the seven eyes, and then you see there's a green little beacon. This kind of like blinking thing that kind of permeates out through what's left of the fog that has drifted away. It does it again and again.
ooh,
Are we being
Oh,
signaled, do you think?
I will use minor illusion to reflect that, or to. I will do the same thing back.
They all kind of turn and see that. But a moment later, you see something is coming out of the mouth of the cave. A stream of water, and then a second one towards your ship.
Oh, this may not have been a good idea.
And they move relatively quickly until they're at the edge of it. And you guys don't know what it is, but there are two streams of something. I'm gonna let you guys position yourself where you want to be. Obviously, the port side, which is down here where the plank is facing towards the cove. You see Brunel, Brett, Bobby all kind of ready crossbows and take up position up here.
I'm going to go straight to the middle of the boat. I do not want to fall off the side.
Okay.
Yeah,
Under my maul. I'm totally justified it.
Dirtrahn stands at the wheel.
Okay. Dirtrahn, you hear behind you this kind of scraping. This strange noise is all of a sudden peering up over behind you, over the ledge, are the bulbous eyes of what appears to be the head of some sort of fish. Another moment passes as you're not entirely certain what it is. Before you
I
see-
definitely draw my sword as I see the creepy thing I don't fully understand.
Yeah, I'll throw it up for you as it kind of comes up over, dripping.
Exactly.
It has some sort of weapon strapped to its back, and it lets out this strange, gargling, high-pitched call that echoes to the other side of the boat. As you see, climbing up over here, Roland, is a second one, moving up above board. This one's standing on the back barrel near you, Dirtrahn. They kind of pause for a moment, and then you see each draw tridents. Dirtrahn, one pointed at you, Roland, the other one up and ready to throw your direction, just kind of watching you.
Hail and well met, fish face.
Ah, damn it. You got to before I did it. I was going to say the exact same thing.
Yes.
As you say that, you see the thing kind of like gargles out a response before giving up. Blood has brought me to this cove.
We're here on an errand. We're here to pick up something our friend left for us.
It kind of looks to the other one. Again, it says, "What is your friend's name?"
She had a lot of names. How much you know her? She was the mean lady, the pirate queen.
Brushom.
Yeah, that's the one.
Looks to his friend. He says, "Kill them and take their ship."
Nope. Hey,
Dirtrahn, I thought you were better at this.
Initiative as he jumps down trident first to your
Shit.
direction.
God.
But you have your boys on your team this time.
yeah, I'm also not a liar. Sorry.
No, this,
One thing to note is somebody in the chat said that they cannot hear the DM that well.
Oh, let me turn up my volume. Hey, chat. Do you hear me better? Because I just turned my sound all the way up.
Yeah, your audio is much better.
Much better. Excellent.
Okay, thank you. I'll just keep in mind to keep it maxed. That is going to be top of the turn order here, as
oh,
one of them jumps your direction. I already used that combat song, so I'm going to use a different one.
hold on. I don't think I rolled for initiative yet. One
Oh,
second.
okay. No, you're all good.
Arg. Ah.
How is anybody going after me?
There we go.
That's a good point.
Hey, nice.
Did you go in? Yeah, it looks like you did with the 20. So that's going to make you are actually going first. As you see tridents raised,
outstanding.
these fish folk are ready. One is about to be thrown towards Roland, and Dirtrahn is about to be attacked. From your vantage, you can't quite see anything but Dirtrahn's feet.
It's like, well, I hear something there, but I think I will. I see the one on the deck, though, right?
Oh yeah, you're about 5 feet above him. I'm going to say the ship moves up and down in increments of 5 feet for ease of using 5th edition.
Okay, I'm gonna move myself this way. And do I get a better view on both of them at least?
Yeah, from here you can see both. Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, I'm gonna cast Bane on both of them.
Oh, okay. If you open up your spell page and click it, it'll drop into chat.
Man.
Hello. Up to 3 creatures of your choice that can see must make charisma saving throws. Whenever a target fails that saving throw, makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, the target must roll a d4 and subtract it. Okay, I know this one. So, our boy on the left is your beams, or however you do it, like you attempt to debuff them. That's a charisma saving throw from the one on the left. Is that a success or a fail?
That's a good question.
Oh, if you click on your spell page and roll to the top, it'll tell you your save DC.
He just barely passes. It's 13.
And then the one on the right? No, unfortunately, they're both like relatively resistant to what you're doing.
Cock.
That one's allowed. Sure.
Dang, I forgot about that. 2 seconds. Let me just make sure one of. Well, that didn't work as a wit. So I will give inspiration to Dirtrahn then.
Okay.
I'm inspired.
I was like, well, okay. Don't
I just mark
die.
inspiration, right?
I can actually even put it on your token if you want it.
Yeah, do it.
Oh, that's cool.
Inspiration is gonna look like a. Inspiration looks like a little heart. There you go.
I'm sending you my love.
Okay, it didn't change it on my character sheet. Does that matter?
No. I just gave you a little token so that players could see it, or people watching. After
Everybody
a moment,
loves Dirtrahn. That's why you got the little heart.
the creature takes this trident in 2 hands and attempts to just jab at you. How do you block that? Because that's a miss.
I don't know. What are my options?
I was just talking flavor.
I would say that he kind of steps a little to the left and like grabs the stick and shoves it away.
Okay.
Like grabs the handle and just like shoves it and kind of throws him off since he missed.
Yeah, the creature kind of makes a growl and then takes it out of both hands, and then you see with razor sharp claws in the left hand just kind of whoosh, takes a swipe at you.
What a jerk.
Another one just kind of dodging out of the way.
I say to the fish person, I told you we were just here to pick up some stuff. I don't see why this has become a whole big thing.
You see Brett drops the crossbow and draws a scimitar, kind of letting out a growl as he begins just using his full action to run up beside Dirtrahn, joining you in combat here, making it Dirtrahn's turn.
I'm gonna have to do another kill.
Won't be a hero.
I've got my my weapon out since I readied it. I am inspired. And I am inspired remembering how I totally skewered a dude yesterday. I'm going to do 1d8 or rapier.
Okay.
15.
Now you're a rogue.
I believe that's accurate, yes.
You get sneak attack because he's now engaged with 2 people, or they are engaged with 2
Oh,
people.
really?
Yeah.
If you have an advantage, yeah.
Yeah, so I believe the rule is if more than 2 people are fighting this fish, you're kind of like, they're slightly distracted. So you get and that does, I believe, that does a hit, so you can roll your
Once
sneak
per
dice
turn,
too.
you deal extra 1d6. So, yeah. So I click on the rapier, 8 piercing damage, and then also 1d6. 6.
Okay.
So 14.
14, as you put the rapier like through the shoulder of this thing and out the other end and pull out, you see there's a splurt of cold blue blood that just kind of springs out as the creature like lets out this like gargling like frog noise howl thing.
Hey, Brett, we're having Fishman tonight.
He kind of gives a
Good with lemon, I think. I don't know. Maybe. Okay, I know that
Lemony
this one
fresh.
does taste good.
is anything else from Dirtrahn?
I don't, like, I guess I should move towards where the other fish people are, right?
Oh, this one's still up. It's
Oh.
alive.
I don't have another attack I can do, right?
I don't believe so.
Not yet.
None of us are dual wielding.
I did not specifically do that, so probably not.
Okay. So, you see
Yeah, and my turn.
Bobby runs up to the edge, his crossbow. He's going to take a shot just kind of at the one just below him here. And here it comes.
What the?
Did I roll it? Yeah, no, it
Yeah, you did.
entirely misses, kind of thunks into the wood below Sans feet here in the stairway. And then he begins kind of like angrily reloading as the other fish person moves towards Roland, kind of
Oh, thank God.
stomping back and forth, tail kind of swishing, water dripping, gills all of a sudden flaring up as it does the same gargling noise, opening its monstrous jaws. The spear doesn't come first, its mouth does, agape to a surprising degree, rows of shark-like teeth as it attempts to just kind of snap onto you.
Ugh.
It doesn't. And then, frustrated, it takes a jab with the spear in one hand, catching you right in the gut.
I was too focused on the face.
For 9.
For 9?
For 9, yeah. For 9 damage, not the number 4, then 9. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4,
Oh,
5,
it
6, 7.
says-
I'm sorry, I misread 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
My apologies. And that immediately makes it your turn as you get a
Ow!
cold
Ow!
jab.
Oh! It just took his. Oh, was it a trident? Ow.
This one is. It's almost like spears that have 3 little pronged barbs. They're not large like a trident.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're here.
Oh, I'll drop my maul down onto the deck, just kind of cough a bit. Then I'll take out my shield. And then, what else do I want? Let's grab my flail,
Oh,
and I'll just roll that baby around and try to whap him.
okay.
All right, let's go.
Tenderize the meat.
That's still a hit as it catches the side of this thing's face and like you see a splue of shark teeth that kind of out to the other side. I don't know what that sound effect was, but yeah, you smack it.
I'm gonna smack the seawater out of you. Wham!
Ouch! Yeah. You hit him. But as you see, there's a little bit of blood that drips out of your armor. This thing kind of, its eyes glower at you as it appears to just kind of frenzy slightly.
They can smell blood.
Burnell is going to 5, 10,
Do your best not to bleed, everyone.
20. Runs up beside you, leaving his crossbow behind and pulling out another blade. He takes a swing. Oof! You see this thing distracted, sniffing at you. Burnell catches it in the side of the face, actually cutting off one of the gills that had kind of frilled out. And it flops onto the ground, kind of bouncing around all over the place as this creature shrieks. But it's still up. Top of the turn order, that is Son.
Oh, God. Please just go down already. How bad are you doing there, Roland? How hard?
I'm moderately hurt.
What do I got? Hold off from that. Okay, I will. Can I run up on him? 5, 10. Yeah. I will roll up on him as well, and I will take a stabby at him.
Okay.
If you went there, you could get advantage on the attack roll, just so you know.
Oh,
Because you'd be behind him. Yeah,
Oh,
flanking
yes.
in that case.
Do we want to play with flanking?
Oh yeah, that's why I thought we
I'm
were.
into flanking, but the rule is if we start playing, enemies are going to start flanking.
Oh, but that's the fun of it.
I'm into it if you guys are. Okay,
I'm fine with
yeah.
that.
Okay, Son, if you go here, and if an enemy is exactly across the other side, you get advantage.
All right. We will stick with that then. So, rapier one more time.
Okay, yeah, rolling. You do hit, but roll in case you crit. Well, we're gonna go with the 12.
No.
We're gonna use the 12. Yeah, that's a stab. Go ahead and roll damage. Putting it like through the side of the tail, this thing is now kind of spewing
Oh,
blue cold blood from all direction, but it's still barely up in a frenzy.
I have savage attack. Does that add that into it? Hold on.
I think that's if you crit.
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, that's if
Oh,
you
only
get a
for crit?
Yeah, then
Yeah.
you get to do.
Oh yeah, on the critical hit. Yeah,
You start
you're
doing
right.
Mhm.
big time damage. Okay. Anything else?
I will also give inspiration to Roland.
Hey, that's not
And
the
now
same
I'm-
part. Okay, there we go. You have inspiration as
Alright.
well. Dirtrahn, the one here is still focused on you, frustrated that it couldn't quite get its jabs in. Takes the spear this time
Understandable.
overhead.
I did do a stab.
You did. and it tries to return the stab to you.
Oh,
Does a 15 get you?
Return to sender.
let's see. I'm pretty sure the answer to that is yes, but
Oh, if you click your token, I put everyone's AC in the blue spot so you can quick reference it.
12. So yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that got me.
For 8 piercing, as it kind of comes down and catches you in the shoulder. It then kind of yanks it out, and then same thing with a free hand. This time goes kind of trying to catch him off guard towards Brett with the claw. Which does get him.
No, not Brett.
Yeah.
No.
Who takes like this messy, just kind of raked across his face. Kind of drops
wrong
his
one, sorry.
sword, trying to like cover up the wound there for a moment. He seems like entirely like distracted, but then stands, kind of awkwardly grabs his sword back off the ground, and with like eyes closed, takes a swing direction at the creature that just got him. Yeah, and unable, just kind of lodges it in the wood instead. You can hear him growling in frustration. Dirtrahn, that's you.
Let's see. So, just want to see my character sheet real quick. Yeah, I guess I'm going to do a sneak attack again. Not very sneaky, just stab him straight in the chest
Okay.
as hard as I possibly can. Let's see. Boop.
I mean, that'll do it. And you still get
So-
the sneak attack.
Yeah. So hit him with the 8 piercing damage, and then also 6
Hello.
damage.
Yeah, as you just kind of move straight through the chest of this thing, as you pull back, it kind of tries to grab at the blade before slumping off, falling, gargling into the water, disappearing from your vision.
Awesome.
Yeah, done.
Dirtrahn
Did
feels
that.
great. Except for the lack of blood in me.
You have some movement. Do you want to move?
Yeah, I think I should try. How much can I move currently?
30 feet, I believe.
30 feet.
Let me double check on that. Make sure I'm correct. Everyone look at this profile picture, please. You have 30 feet of movement left.
Cool. Let's see. Can I jump over the baluster, or do I have to go down the stairs?
Yeah, you could jump over it. Just give me a minor acrobatics check.
1, 2. Okay. Well, you know what? Instead, I'm just gonna run down.
Okay, it's a bit awkward. Just because the wheel is right there.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh wait, no, that'd be 50.
5,
So
10, 15, 20, 25. You could get there.
okay, so there.
Yeah, you can get up there. Okay.
Okay.
Makes it. Bobby, who about this point has finally gotten a bolt back in place, snaps it back up. He says, "All right, I got this one." Then attempts to take a second shot at what's the last of the fish folk aboard your boat. The thing just kind of jams. You can hear him just like loudly curse as he begins like reworking the crossbow, making it this thing's turn. That knows it's outnumbered, but at this point is bleeding. It's furious. It snaps out at Roland angrily. Just spear dropped, attempts to bite you.
Oh god.
Hold on. Okay, so it's the 20.
Yep.
As it bites you, it kind of just catches you and immediately holding on begins to rake at you with the claws.
Only 2 damage though. Other than 5.
Okay, nope, both miss.
Yeah, just like under my shield, like no, get off my
Pushing
neck.
it off you. That's you.
And push him off. Like, all right. Idle, help me out, smack.
Okay.
Smack him around.
Let's see.
Yeah, that's
So
you
how do I
have
do the
free-
inspiration?
You roll an extra d6.
Do I just type in /roll or something?
yeah. You can slash roll space d6.
Ah.
That makes it hit, just barely.
No, yes, a 13. You didn't think I'd hit, did you? Okay, so click this.
So you smack it, much like a wet fish on a deck. It drops and kind of flops around for a minute before perishing.
That's called masticating,
boys.
right?
I'm sorry, what?
Masticating? Chewing?
Huh? Flap! Flap! Oh. I'll just sit down on the deck like, oh god. Clutch my guts. Okay. Oh.
Whew.
Oh,
Well, gentlemen, that went well. Whew. Could somebody heal me?
That was something else, I can tell you that.
if we want to take a moment, I can do Song of Rest and help you out with your hit points if you use them up.
Well,
Take
if
a
we
quick short
were to
rest.
stay out here for the space of an hour, we could
Now
take
you
a short
know.
rest, and that would be able to get you your song thing going.
Are we okay? So we
Do we really have time for?
does it seem clear now? Are we gold?
There's still a fog, and there's still the ever-present kind of eerie green light that even as you attempt to rest, kind of makes you feel anxious.
So are we taking the short rest in that case?
Are you?
I was gonna say, like, should we?
I
Are
just
we in
need somebody
agreement,
to-
or
No, I don't think we should take the short rest
Okay.
if we feel threatened currently. So I would
All
love
right.
it if somebody
Then-
would cure my wounds.
Which one of these hurt more, though? I can heal.
I can cure my own wounds. It's fine.
All right, then I cast Healing Word on you.
Yay!
I'll use cure wounds on myself.
How do I put that in the thing?
Okay.
Cool, I'm up to 19 of 20. That is great. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Roland. You are a friend. Oh, wait, no.
I healed
No.
myself. Please.
Damn it.
Please,
That wasn't you.
yesterday.
Hold on.
You don't have to
I
thank me
misunderstood
every time.
everything.
Although, if you would like to thank me every time, that would be the right thing to do.
I'm back
Let me
down.
work on that real quick. Let me. Come on, put it on there.
1d4 plus your spell casting modifier.
So,
There should actually be a mini button you can click on your character sheet where all your weapons are for Healing Word.
Mhm.
oh, you
and
are
it'll
correct.
auto-roll
Hold
it
on.
for you.
That's right. Let me get on that.
After praying to Idol and getting my strength
Not as
back
good.
and my wounds closed, I will
Listen.
drag the ship, the fish thing's body and toss it into the sea.
Kind of splashes downward,
Ugh.
disappearing into the water.
That's for
there's good meat.
trespassing.
There's good meat on those bones.
It's probably poisonous.
I was gonna say that too.
Yeah.
See?
We have plenty of meat, and we're not there very far off from a town.
Bernal kind of gives a nod and he says, I've eaten some pretty nasty things, but I try to not eat stuff that talks.
Yeah.
Well
okay.
said.
Have you ever eaten a parrot before, though?
I suppose there's an exception to the rule.
Oh my god, it's true.
So you guys are staring out at this fog. It becomes acutely obvious that though it had disappeared, it's only poured out to the point where it's kind of streaming around the edge of the boat, as though it's come out. And then as you look, you guys note that the green flicker of light is gone. It's disappeared.
Hey, boys, we're in the clear.
Did you say that
I don't-
the entrance into this cove is wide enough for the ship?
Mm-hmm. If you were to try and get it through there, it's a pretty big cove, though it might be a little bit tricky.
Sam, do you think we could sail the ship a little ways into the cove and look around?
That would probably be a better idea than swimming. And he looks at Roland and all his gear, like, we'll give that a shot first before making you swim in all metal.
Uh-huh.
Also, there are mermen in this water, so
Wait, what were those things? Any idea?
fish boys.
Does anybody know? Fishmen?
Selfishman. I
They
thought that
die
was
like
Selfishman.
Okay.
Do we
Anyone
know what
that
they are?
Wants to make a roll on those could roll Arcana.
Oh my god, I'm actually trained at Arcana. Hell yeah.
Not bad. All right.
Damn.
You're not entirely sure what exactly they are, but they are native to this island. People just call them fish folk. They have a tenuous relationship with the town here, but there's a lot of animosity between them and then the actual town of Erebor.
Also,
Feeling that
a
they've been
great
pushed
deal
out.
of conflict between them and Rasham.
Yeah, apparently, or at least these two.
So, considering how they reacted to Roshan's name, we might have started a conflict. I do not know. At best,
mean,
the relationship we have with these things is like very mean neighbors, I guess.
Yeah, but we finished the conflict too, so
Although,
Did we? We don't know how many are actually in that cave.
true. But they didn't see what happened to these two. Well, I guess maybe they saw us throw it into the ocean again. We got to stop throwing every enemy into the ocean when we're done with them.
What do you mean every enemy?
We're even on
know.
the seabed.
Most of the.
What happened to One Eye?
Let's just keep going.
Well, we told you what happened to One Eye.
So we're gonna
Did
take
you?
the boat and put it in
Yes,
the
we
thing?
did.
What happened to him then? I've forgotten then.
Oh,
We tied him to some stuff, and then
Cannonball.
some stuff happened in gravity. We should go inside the cave.
if you want to make that check, QT, it is you have a proficiency in your character sheet towards the bottom left called water vehicles, and you can roll that with dexterity.
water vehicles.
Yeah. It'll be on the kind of like bottom left under tools, and it'll ask you where it
Oh,
says
yeah.
query. You can put dexterity there.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
nice. Okay. As you guys kind of leave that argument on a awkward cliffhanger,
I was like, all right.
you slowly begin guiding the boat into the entrance of the fog. As you do, you see, with actually pretty dexterous skill, San is able to keep the boat either side correct where it belongs, moving into the mouth of this cove. There's, at a certain point, nothing but darkness and fog around you.
I cast light.
Oh, as you do, it kind of like gives you a little bit of light aboard the ship, but for the most part, you can't really see through the fog.
For what it's worth, I've cast it on my shield, which I'm holding on to.
Yeah, you're kind of holding up and it's giving some light. There's a soft whisper that comes from the cove. All of a sudden, you all just kind of hear it, though you're not entirely certain what it is. Turning your head, there is something you see. For a moment, the fog kind of whips itself around into a small maelstrom before kind of permeating into this green light that lands on the plank. As it does, you hear the thump, thump of boot steps there as you see this spectral figure of a person appears. Something at their side, all of a sudden taking on the shape of a cutlass, a sharp pirate sword, well equipped, a musket at their belt, and then as the fog begins to form around, creating the giant trench coat, torso, tunic, and
I swear to God.
lean figure of none other than Rasham, who
I
steps
swear to God.
made of fog. She looks at all of you and she says, "Well, it certainly took you all long enough. My bones are tired waiting. But, my, it is good to see so many friends alike in one place. Please, come in." And that is where we will leave off for our
Son of a
session.
bitch.
You're a son of a that thing.
You. Yeah, that's what I was like.
It's like, wait.
I know. I was trying to like hold it back. Ah!
She's a ghost.
Thank you guys for playing.
That was
Thank you for
fun.
having it here.
Yeah.
I'm glad it was fun. Let's do experience before we leave. Everyone, open up your character sheet, and you each, respectively, will get 270 XP. Which should almost put you to level 2, but not quite.
So wait, do we add it to the total, or is it like I type in 270?
Go to...
We should be at a total of 570 in that case, because we started off at level 2.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
yeah. So you'll be at 570, correct.
Yeah.
I mean, almost level 3. My apologies. I forgot we were at level 2.
That's cool.
So, thank you guys for playing. By nature of this very campaign, next session, we might have a 4th guest player. So, look out for that. Thank you for the people that stuck around to watch. This was fun.
We appreciate you.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
And also, I think the most put together stream that I've done so far, which is in part thanks to Fred for doing the overlay and the logo.
Yeah.
You can follow each of us individually on Twitter if you wish. Or, I don't know about you guys. My Twitter handle is CyanBeats. Beats is in Bydre. Fred?
It's my
I'm That's My Trunks, TRUNKS. On everything.
Yeah, fair enough. Dom?
My Twitch is just twitch.tv/criticaldom, and my Twitter is @criticaldom.
Nice. And
my Twitter is mechaboy07. Or you can do my D&D one, which is Casted Volt.
yeah, and if you guys want to leave that stuff in chat, by all means, go ahead and do so. Now, so this show will take place exactly a week from now, unless something crazy happens with our schedule about this time. All right, everyone, thank you for hanging out, and have a good and safe weekend. Unless you absolutely can't, stay home.